watching a bit of Glenn Greenwald and talking about how even the simplest conversation online can become partisan. I thought I should talk about an experience of mine that I think is kind of revelatory. I was working 15 years ago for NCPIRG. I was going house to house in Raleigh, North Carolina, trying to convince people. One of our tasks was to convince people to contribute to Environment North Carolina, which is basically protect farmland and forests and waterways in North Carolina from building new condominiums there and all these kind of things. That there's a lot of pressure on landowners to do that, which of course is very damaging. I knocked on a door in the middle of Raleigh, and a young woman came out. She was wearing a necklace with a fetus on it. So immediately I saw what her biggest issue in life was anti-abortion. Now I happen to fall on the other side of the spectrum on that. I think it's a woman's right of choice. But I was basically like trying to appeal to her sense of the future for the kids that she loves, that she claims to love. Like, do you want to help us to protect North Carolina's wild places? She said yes, absolutely. But first, can you call your boss and make sure you're not supported by Planned Parenthood? Because if you are, I can't contribute. And then she brought out a poster from the back, basically the back of her house, showing that, a picture of a gigantic dead fetus, and that she'd been in Washington, protesting abortion. Okay, fine. I had nothing to say about that, but I called my boss and he said, no, we're not affiliated with Planned Parenthood at all. Now, it wouldn't have bothered me if we were affiliated with Planned Parenthood, but it did her. And she then said, okay, absolutely fine. I want my kids and the kids of the world to have a healthy future, so here's a check. And then I kept walking along the neighborhood, and you never know what reaction you get at a particular house. It's a bit of a stressful job, but then this woman comes jogging after me. And she has a mix, a vegan shake mix. She was a vegan. She says, look, I'm a vegan like you are, and here's something to help you on your task. And it was delicious and very nutritious. And, I found she and I had a lot in common. But if it was just a question of pro-choice, pro-life, we wouldn't even be talking. She, who knows what political candidate she supported. And she didn't know what political candidate I did. But the point is, we both cared about what kind of a planet we're going to leave for our children. And this is why Glenn Greenwald's been saying similar things. I really think we need to look for shared interests and not let them divide us on hot button issues. That's my thoughts here.